On November 12, 2006, Dave and Davey Hadenberg from Hadenberg Apiaries began the monthly beehive inspection. They had expected to find their 400 hives in good shape. This wasn't the case. The beekeepers discovered that the hives were totally empty. 20 million honeybees had vanished in thin air. In their 20 years of beekeeping, they had never seen anything like this. Before long, beekeepers all around the country began seeing unusually empty beehives. This sudden decrease of bees, called colony collapse disorder, or CCD, became a very real and scary bee catastrophe. America's food supply depends on bees to pollinate crops such as almonds, apples, and pumpkins. If bees continued to die, the food supply was at risk. Four scientists, Dennis Van Algendorp, Jeffrey S. Pettis, Diana Cox Foster, and Marian Fraser, decided to join forces to investigate this colony collapse disorder. Each scientist played an important role in the investigation process. Dennis specialized in field sampling and analyzing autopsies of bees. Jeffrey was an expert in studying bee samples for well-known pests. Diana specialized in analyzing bee samples for bacterial and viral infections. Marian was an expert in examining pesticides in bees. By collecting and analyzing bee samples, this team helped identify the cause of colony collapse disorder, began the conversation to improve bee health, and raised awareness on the importance of bees in growing food. The CCD group began the investigation by collecting bee samples from both healthy and infected beehives. They also collected pollen, wax, and broth from all hives. These samples could be used to discover the cause of colony collapse disorder. The bees and samples were taken to Dennis's laboratory. Dennis dissected both infected and healthy bees and searched for signs of a disease and distress. He found that the organs of infected bees were swollen and discolored, unlike healthy bees. Dennis also found that CCD bees were infected with many different types of infections. This provided the team of scientists with an important clue. The culprit of CCD was making honeybees so sick that they couldn't fight off everyday infections. Meanwhile, Jeff Pettis, expert in bee infections, set out to explore the theory that bee pests were causing CCD. He decided to test three common killers, Varroa, Nosema, and Trachoma mites. These animals are parasites that lay their eggs in the bees, similar to the way that ticks attack humans. To test Varroa mites, Jeff used a method called shake and count to determine how many mites were in his bees. He found that these mites did not cause CCD. Then, Jeff tested the Trachoma mites, which feast on the inside of bees' breeding tubes. He dissected both healthy and infected bees and sliced the breeding tubes into thin discs. Then, Jeff analyzed these discs under the microscope. The results were disappointing. Trachoma mites did not influence CCD. Finally, Jeff dissected healthy and sick bee guts in search of Nosema infections. The results, like the Varroa and Trachoma mites, found no connection.